Okay, real talk. For the first time in my life, I feel completely stress-free, you guys. No anxiety, no guilt, no last-minute panic, just pure peace and pure vibes. And honestly, it's a flex because for so long, I thought I had to prove my worth to deserve success. But that's not my story anymore. I figured out how to stop hustling and start attracting everything I want. Money, power, peace. And in this episode, I'm sharing how you can do the same. In just 11 days, I turned 31. And for the first time ever, I feel fully, truly stress-free. There's no lingering anxiety about who's going to show up for me. No guilt about receiving. No last-minute panic that I need to do more or be more. I am stepping into this birthday whole, worthy, and fully aligned. And that's a flex because for so long, I was conditioned to believe I had to earn my value. That love came with conditions. That my worth depended on how much I could prove, perform, or provide. But not anymore. That is no longer my truth because I've entered my era of ease. For so many birthdays, I would stress myself out trying to manage everyone else's feelings. I would make sure that I invited people so they wouldn't be upset. I would carefully curate a guest list that kept the peace, making sure that my birthday outfit screamed birthday girl so nobody could dare forget that it was my day. Stressing over dinner reservations, party planning, and making sure every little detail was perfect, only to feel exhausted by the time my actual birthday arrived. And why? Because I was too busy prioritizing everyone else's experience of my birthday instead of my own. But this year is different because I am different. I no longer feel responsible for managing other people's emotions. I no longer feel like I need to do the most to feel like I deserve a celebration. I don't have to prove a damn thing because my existence alone is enough reason to celebrate. My joy is the priority. My peace is the priority. My energy is the priority. And that right there, that is the real gift I am giving myself this year. This episode, we will be diving into what it looks like to fully surrender, let go, and allow the universe to work in your favor. So, if you are ready to learn more steps to achieving actual abundance, let's jump right into it. Welcome to Wired to Be Rich, the podcast that does more than talk about wealth. It redefines it and shows you how to step into your power like a true boss. I'm Manda, owner of Balance and Destiny, the #1 career and wealth strategy firm that's here to teach you how to attract abundance, make those high-value moves, and position yourself for a life you can't even dream of yet, because it's already yours. I'm a self-made investor, multiple income streamer, dog mom, and honestly, a straight-up baddie who's cracked the code on wealth, success, and creating your own empire. But don't get it twisted. This isn't about luck. This is about strategy, discipline, and making moves that get results. Now let's get right into the episode. Let's talk about discipline for a second. I'm one of the most disciplined people I know. I show up every day for my workouts twice a day. I show up for my book readings, for myself, and my growth. My body is tea. I'm drop dead gorgeous, confident as hell. But none of that just happened. It's a reflection of the work I put in every single day, physically, mentally, and spiritually. The woman you're hearing right now is the most confident, the most beautiful, and the most powerful version of herself. And guess what? You can be that too. Tuning into this podcast is the smartest move you've ever made. This is your shortcut to the next level. Working with me, well, that's just how you unlock your real potential. And trust me, it's going to be life-changing because I'm not here to fluff you up or gaslight you. I'm here to give you the real talk, the blueprint, the tools, and the mindset to create the wealth and success that most people can only dream about. Are you ready to be the top 1%? Because if so, you're in the right place. But let's make it happen. But first, there's a quick word from our sponsor. This episode of Wired to Be Rich is brought to you by Balance and Destiny, your go-to destination for career elevation and aligned success. If you're ready to attract high-value opportunities, land your dream job, or position yourself as a powerhouse in your industry, then let me help you revamp your LinkedIn, upgrade your resume, and transform your personal brand. Because success isn't just about what you do, it's about how you position yourself. At Balance and Destiny, we don't just optimize profiles, we align you with your highest potential. So, if you're ready to make your next big career move, Visit www.balancedestiny.com and let's make it happen. Now back to the episode. Let's dive into fear for a second, because I know you've been there too. The fear of walking away from what you know, the fear of stepping into the unknown, of doing something that could change your life but feels so uncomfortable. It's scary, right? I get it. I have been there. But here's what I've learned. Fear isn't the enemy. In fact, fear is often the signal that you're standing at the edge of something huge. It's like the universe is saying, all right, you're about to make a big move, and it's going to stretch you in ways you can't even imagine yet. And trust me, when I fully locked in, y'all, and leaned into that fear, everything in my life shifted. 2024 was a year where I walked right into my fears. I did some of the scariest things I've ever done, like quitting my job without any backup plan, like no backup plan at all. It was a huge leap of faith, but here's the thing. Sometimes you have to walk away from everything you know in order to step into the life that's waiting for you. That's what I did. And honestly, I don't regret a single decision. Then there was the endings of friendships I had for decades. I'm talking friends I grew up with, people I thought would be in my life forever. Those were hard decisions, but necessary. Because here's what I realized. When you outgrow something, whether it's a job, a friendship, or a relationship, it's time to move on. It's time to make space for what's next and for what's aligned with where you're headed. And speaking about tough decisions, let's talk about my relationship. Ending a 5-year relationship with a man I was set to marry was terrifying. We had plans, we had history, and for a split second, I thought I was losing my mind. But then it hit me. I wasn't afraid of walking away. I was more afraid of staying. Staying would have meant betraying myself, my growth, my vision for the future, and I refused to do that. Not for anyone anymore. What I realized in that moment was that I don't have to settle. I trust myself, I trust my intuition, and I trust my ability to create the life I want. That's been the biggest lesson. Growing the courage to let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve me, and knowing that I can make that decision at any time and still elevate my life continuously. And you know what? When you do that, when you lean into the fear and make the hard choices, you unlock a whole new level of freedom. It's like you finally give yourself permission to thrive. And I can promise you, that's one of the best feelings in the entire world. So here we are, fast forward to 2025. I'm pulling in multiple streams of income, learning more about investing every day, living in a big new city all by myself, thriving, not surviving. And I've created a life that feels like it was meant for me from the start. And guess what? I am not alone in this. I've got real and genuine friends now who support me, who align with my values and my goals, and who are also dedicated to elevating their lives as well. And soft lunch, I'm dating someone who is everything I've ever deserved, but never truly experienced before. In just a few months of knowing him, we've already taken trips to Colorado, Louisiana. He even flew to Chicago last minute when I was there on a solo trip / podcast work trip, just because I called and told him I missed him one night while I was away there. And here's the best part. He also planned my entire birthday, y'all. Gasp. And he's excited about it. Maybe even more than I am, honestly. And not only is he taking me out for my actual birthday this month, but he planned an entire birthday trip overseas for me too. That's the energy I'm attracting now. And this is just the beginning, because the shift is happening, y'all, and you can be a part of it too. In fact, I want you to be a part of it. I went from dating a man where the first thing he did in the morning was check his phone and sports gamble to a man that opens his eyes, caresses my face, and kisses first thing every single morning that we're together. And let me tell you, that's what we call quantum leaping at its finest. And don't worry, I'll break down the science behind it, because quantum leaping is about making a shift so profound, so fast, that you move from one version of reality to another. It's about making decisions from a higher level of consciousness and seeing results that feel like they came out of nowhere. But here's the thing. It's not magic, y'all. It is pure alignment. It's also strategy. It's belief in yourself and your ability to move mountains. So let me tell you, quantum leaping is honestly just a mindset shift, if we're being honest. I know it sounds good to say quantum leaping, but like realistically, it's just simply a mindset shift. It's the moment when you choose to completely reframe how you show up for yourself, how you think, and how you approach life. It's about deciding that you're no longer going to live in the same patterns, make the same choices, or accept the same behaviors. You choose to do something different and you stick to it. That's the essence of quantum leaping. Here's something else. It's not some magic trick or instant transformation that happens overnight. I wish it was, but it's not. It's a mindset. It's discipline. You make the conscious choice to show up for your dreams, even when it feels uncomfortable. Even when that old version of yourself starts whispering, you can't do it, you're not ready, or you're not good enough. Quantum leaping is about shutting that noise out and deciding that I'm going to do this anyway. And here's the catch. When you make that decision, you're going to be challenged. That's the part people don't always talk about. Because when you decide to make that shift, it's like you're shaking the foundation of your reality. The universe is going to throw things at you that test your commitment. It's going to challenge you to prove that you really want this new life you're stepping into. And you might find yourself second guessing or feeling uncomfortable and even wanting to go back to your old ways. But that's how you know you're in the middle of a leap. That discomfort is the space where all the magic happens. That's where the growth is. And the real power in this whole process is that you have a choice. You can either fall back into your old habits, or you can choose to stick it out, push through the discomfort, and level up. You've got to be disciplined and committed to sticking to your new path, even when it gets tough. When you do that, that's when you create a new reality for yourself, one where you're aligned with your highest potential and everything you've been working for starts to fall into place. So if you're ready to quantum leap, it's simple. Choose to shift your mindset, commit to your discipline, and keep moving forward no matter what challenges arise. The rewards on the other side of this is so worth it, y'all. So worth it. But let's talk money now, because we all appreciate more income, right? Well, this past week has been loud with lessons for me, like deep, soul-shifting lessons on abundance, self-worth, and identity. These are the kind of lessons that crack you wide open, strip away the illusions, and reveal the truth you've been avoiding. The kind of lessons that change everything. And here's the first big one. I asked for a raise for the first time in my life and got an $18,000 increase with less work. Now, let me be real with you. Did I originally ask for more? Hell yes, I did. I know my worth. Did I get everything I wanted? Not exactly. But did I win? 1,000%. And let me tell you why. A few years ago, I would have sat in silence. I would have convinced myself that my work should speak for itself, that I shouldn't have to ask for what I deserve. I thought the universe would see my value, recognize my sacrifices, and just hand me what I deserved. Real delusional, right? Because it is. But here's the cold truth. Your work doesn't speak for itself, not unless you speak for it first. I know that might sound harsh, but it's the reality. The world doesn't care about how many hours you've put in, how many late nights you've worked, or how many sacrifices you've made. The universe doesn't respond to effort, it responds to certainty. When you know you deserve more, you ask for it. You don't wait around hoping it'll happen. You don't settle for it. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't walk into that room hoping for a raise. I walked in expecting one. I didn't ask politely. I asked with conviction, with certainty, with the energy of someone who wasn't just requesting a raise. I was commanding it. I wasn't hopeful for a positive outcome because I knew that it was already mine. There was no doubt in my mind. And let me tell you, abundance met me where I stood. And that's the cosmic truth. When you demand it from life, life shows up. But let's be clear. I didn't get here on my own. Yes, I asked for a raise. Yes, I put in the work. But I had help from someone special who spoke life into me before I even walked into that room with the CEO. I had someone who reminded me of my worth, my value, and the power of my voice. This person helped me prepare my presentation, helped me craft my PowerPoint, and made sure I was ready to advocate for myself with absolute confidence. If you're listening to this and thinking, I know I'm worth more, but I just don't know how to ask for it yet, let me ask you a question. How much money are you leaving on the table right now because you haven't mastered the art of negotiation? I know it is tough. The idea of negotiating your salary, advocating for yourself, it's intimidating. But let me tell you, you don't have to settle. In fact, you shouldn't. You've earned the right to claim what's yours, and that's where I come in. I'm offering a salary negotiation power session, and trust me, this is a game changer. Most people leave thousands of dollars on the table simply because they don't know how to negotiate. But that's about to change for you. In this session, we'll dive deep into a personalized strategy tailored specifically to your role and industry. We'll work together to craft a clear, actionable plan that will empower you to negotiate your salary with confidence and unlock a compensation package that truly reflects your value. Listen, the world doesn't just hand you what you deserve, it matches your energy. And when you walk into that room with the right strategy and the belief in your worth, life will meet you right there. So if you're ready to level up and make your value known, book your salary negotiation power session today, and let's get you what you're worth. Now let's get back to the show. Here's the thing. As stated, I teach this to the masses. I've built a whole company around helping people advocate for themselves, position themselves for wealth, and demand the life they deserve. But even I need someone to remind me of my own power sometimes. Because let's be honest, it's scary to advocate for yourself. It's daunting to stand in front of someone and stake your claim. It's intimidating to make demands. Having someone in your corner who believes in you when you're unsure, who pushes you when you're scared, and who helps you reclaim your worth is a true miracle. Because here's the truth. You cannot do it alone. Even the most powerful people in this world need support. Even the most confident need a reminder every now and then. And that's what I'm telling you right now. Surround yourself with people who see your greatness, with people who can help you see your own worth, people who push you to your full potential. You cannot win in this world alone. This wasn't just about an 18K raise. It was a reality shift. One that wasn't just made possible by my own strength, but also by the strength of a person who believed in me, helped me prepare, and reminded me of the power I already had inside of me. This is why community and support are everything. We all have those moments where we question our worth, where we doubt our value, or where we feel unsure about pushing for what we want. But when we have people in our corner, when we're surrounded by people who see our full potential, that's when the magic happens. And if you're lucky enough to have people like that in your life, hold on tight to them. The lesson here isn't just about asking for more money. It's about demanding the life you know is yours. It's about shifting your mindset from I'll settle for what I get to I am worthy of everything I desire and I'm willing to stand in my power to claim it. The world doesn't just hand you what you deserve, it matches your energy. And here's the secret. When you embody the version of yourself that already has it all, the raise, the abundance, the life, you don't have to wait long. The universe accelerates your reality, sometimes in ways that feel almost magical. And trust me, that 18K raise was just the beginning. This shift in mindset, this activation of certainty, is only the start of abundance that's coming my way. And the best part is it's coming your way too. All you have to do is ask and believe that you deserve it. And speaking of deserving more, let's dive into something else that came up recently in my life over the weekend. People pleasing. Now, I know I'm not the only one who's been caught in that spiral, feeling like you have to make everyone else comfortable in order to feel safe or liked. Trust me, I've been there. In fact, this past weekend, actually, I found myself in a little white lie. And just like that, my old conditioning kicked right back in. I was thinking, what if they think I'm unreliable? What if they don't like me anymore? What if I've ruined everything? I had a full-on spiral to myself, and then boom, it hit me. Why am I tripping? For a second, I was like, am I not done with this yet? I've spent years unpacking this stuff, unlearning these old patterns, but in that moment, I realized there's still work to do. And here's what I want you to understand. As we all know, growth is not linear. That's the truth. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come from the moments that trigger us the most. The key is not in avoiding triggers, but in facing them with a different mindset. So let's talk about what happened next. I realized that I am not inadequate. I am not immature. I am not someone who should shrink, hide, or be dismissed. I'm not giving that power away anymore. That's a choice I made and I'm sticking to it. See, we've all been conditioned in some way or some capacity. Our triggers, our insecurities are not ours. They're just products of our environment, things we've absorbed from people around us, things we've been told about ourselves. And for me, that people-pleasing trigger came from a lifetime of feeling like I had to shrink myself to fit into someone else's narrative. People who projected their own insecurities, fears, and limitations onto me. But that is done now. I'm done shrinking for anyone. Here's the truth. There is power in commitment. The moment I stopped trying to please others, the moment I started standing in my own truth, that's when everything started to shift. I've committed to becoming the best version of myself, one that shows up every single day with focus, discipline, and passion. I don't do it for anyone else. I do it for me. I do it for the woman I'm becoming and the future I'm creating. You see, it's not about how many people like you. It's about how many people can handle your light. When you commit to stepping into your full potential, you will start to see people drop off who simply aren't meant to walk alongside you anymore. And that's okay. It's actually necessary. And I know you've been there too, doubting yourself, holding back, wondering if you're too much. I get it. Wondering if people will reject you or talk behind your back if you show up fully. But let me ask you, why would you shrink yourself for anyone? Why would you water down your brilliance to make others feel comfortable? Let me make it clear. Their opinion of you is none of your business. Their judgment is a reflection of their own limitations, not a truth about who you are. People will root for you until your success makes them uncomfortable. That's when they'll try to put you in a box, but don't let them. Don't shrink for anyone. Your brilliance, your success, and your unique energy is a gift to this world. When you commit to being the highest version of yourself, things start aligning in ways that you didn't even know were possible. It's not about the paycheck or the raise. It's about mindset, the certainty, and the commitment to never shrinking again. When you start showing up fully for yourself, everything starts to unfold. I want you to show up for you, to stand in your power and claim the life you deserve. Okay? Let's get back to what I was saying about asking for your worth, because this is just the beginning. Again, when you stand in your power, you don't just ask for more, you demand it, and life will show up to meet you there. And just like that, you've taken one more step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. I want you to really feel that for a second. This journey is about showing up for yourself, standing in your worth, and not shrinking for anyone. The truth is, life is ready to meet you at the level of the energy you bring it. So keep showing up, keep claiming what's yours, and watch how the universe starts to align with you in ways you've never seen before. Remember this, you are worthy, you are enough, and you are the one in control of your own reality. You're the creator of your life, and now it's time to make it happen. Your future self will thank you for the decisions you make today. It's all in your hands, and I know you're ready for it. If this episode resonated with you, I want to hear from you. Head over to my website at www.balancedestiny.com, where I've got more powerful resources to help you step into your full potential. Whether it's through personalized coaching, exclusive content, or services designed to elevate your life, I've got everything you need to turn those dreams into reality. And hey, if you've loved this episode, which I know you did, I'd be so grateful if you left me a review. Your feedback means the world and helps others just like you find their way to this community. If something I said hit home or sparked a shift in you, don't be shy. Slide into my DMs on Instagram at Mandalay Bay __ MANDALAYBAYY __, and I'll plug it in the show notes, and let's chat. I want to know how you're quantum leaping and taking control of your life too. But don't just stop there. Share this with a friend who needs to hear this message. Leave that review, send me a DM, and let's keep the conversation going, y'all. This is just the beginning, and I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. Until next time, keep stepping into your power, keep quantum leaping, and as always, keep shining. You've got this, and I can't wait to see you take the world by storm. Until next time, my fellow Richies on the Wired to Be Rich.